Okay, what time is it?
Ask your
auntie. Hey. Oh, you got the extra titties. Oh. And the body roll. Right.
All right.
That's funny.
All right. So, hey, aunties, I need your opinion about what to do. This is what's happening to me today. The way y'all write these, I love it.
I know, right?
During the day, I received a friend request from my ex. Even when we were talking, we never added each other on social media. So this is why we are ex. He cheated on me and he had the guts to go to my work area and show up with the other guy at my workplace. And no, I will never go back to him, but I don't hate him or nothing. I just passed the page. By the way, it's been 4 months since we've been talking or anything, and that was just out of the blue. So I'm asking my aunties of your opinion. What should I do? Should I accept or reject his friend request?
This sounds like was it last week the ex that got
in
out
the
of jail?
Sound very much like you.
Bitch, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Here's what I don't understand, and maybe it's just like I'm at just a different point in my life. I don't understand people that just willingly want to receive craziness in their life. Like, there's all kinds of red flags. It's an ex. They showed up at your job unannounced. It's been 4 months. Like, that's a lot. And you sitting here thinking, well, he still looked kind of cute, so maybe I'll accept his pressure. Fuck out of here. Like, I don't know. There's no easy way for me to say that one this week. I'm sorry, because don't accept craziness willingly in your life. Like, that's all I can say, because that's wild to me. Delete, or just leave it out there and move the fuck on, because that's wild to show up at your job with the new person. Like, what for? Like, what for? That's all to do is to intimidate you.
But if you work at like a fast food joint, that's almost gonna be
there's
inevitable.
another Taco Bell across the city.
That's petty. That's really
that's petty as hell. No, they know where the other McDonald's at.
I mean, you attract the energy you give. That's all I'm gonna say. So, although you quick to be like, oh, my ex did this, my ex is that, blah 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 blah, you might be just as crazy if you thinking about bringing your ex back around in your life to begin with. Like, how you gonna be like, oh, I don't want him, but then be pressed that you want his friend request? I don't get that. Like, you pick a struggle, girl. Like, damn. Like, I don't know. I just say don't accept the friend request unless you want to open that past journey all over again and deal with that. But you already know how that book ends, girl. Find a new book, find a new man, find a new dick. Come on now. There's plenty. There's plenty.
No. And it's an additional character in the book now, too. It's like, come on. They done added another person into the book. And you're trying to weasel your way back? The fuck out of here.
And then, like, if you say he cheated on you, too, like, if him reaching out to you like that is going to start that, you just doing exactly to this new person with him now. Like, come on now. You don't. No.
I do feel like, and this is a judgment on my part. I feel like this is a young person problem. Like a young gay, like and in terms of maturity, like this is somebody who, and I don't know who Anonymous is, so I mean, no offense, but like
he could be 50 years old.
She could be
true,
could be, but
young in their journey.
Wise,
young in their journey. That's
young
like in their journey.
That's a better word.
I feel like with a lot of kids these days, and I can say that because she's a little long in the tooth.
She got that zaddy beard today. Come on, Dawon, we see you, girl.
Stroking it. No, I feel like they're more concerned about their followers than they are about like the kind of energy and the kind of people, the quality of people that they have around them. So, like this whole idea of like, oh, well, we dated for like a hot second and we didn't like connect on social media, but now after the fact, you know, I'm still chasing these followers because I want, you know, for whatever reason, you know, I'm entertaining this because I want him to see how good my life is ever since, you know, blah, 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 or, you know, or because I just want to see, you know, oh, I've got, you know, 10,000 followers on my Facebook, my whatever that is. Like, I just feel like that's less about the quality of the relationship and more about the attention that you're still seeking. Yeah. And like, regardless of whether, you know, there's an idea of like, oh, well, maybe we can get back together or like hook up or whatever, you know, I agree with, you know, both of you guys. It's at a certain point, and I'm saying this because you asked the aunties, at a certain point, you know, you have to determine, you know, where do you spend your energy? You know, who are you allowing to you know, to capture the energy that you're putting out in the world? And if you're putting energy out there and you're allowing all these people that don't mean anything to you, and you don't mean anything to them, and there is no value or substantial exchange, you know, between the two, then the question of it is why? Mm-hmm. Why even entertain it?
And why aren't you friends? Like, if you were dating, so that means you probably like unfriended him at some point too, and now you're trying to get that friend point. No,
they were never friends.
Oh, they were never friends on social.
So even when they were talking with each other, and they use the word talking, so that could be any. That's not even dating.
If we're talking body,
right?
Let me love you right. We'll fuck for life.
See,
y'all know that Tove Lo song. Come
on. Yes.
What are you thinking over there, Auntie? Was it Crown
Apple?
I was trying to put the pieces together, but I'm really lost. So can you read a letter again?
Yeah.
Quick?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, what he's saying is, you know, his ex sent him a friend request on social media. They never were friends while they were talking to each other, you know, but and the reason that they're exes is because the guy had cheated on him and then showed up at his job with his new boo thing. So his question is, do I accept the friend request?
Fuck no. Is this really a question? No, I'm just, you know, my friends sound very mean, but this is how I feel. If I talk to a guy and a guy tell me I'm still friends with my ex, if you don't have a business together or children, I'm not gonna talk to you. Cause to me, it's too many people in this world to me to be competing with somebody who you cannot let go. Period. If you're done, you're done. Because what I don't understand is people do is some people break up and they still having sex with their ex. They still going on dates. So like, why did y'all break up? If your ex can call you anytime of day, you pick up because you have to pick up. Like, I'm not competing with that. I'm good. So once I'm done, I will speak to you if I see you in the streets, like, hey, you know, if there's no bad blood, but like, I'm not talking to you. We're not gonna be friends on Facebook, Instagram. We wasn't friends before. And then your ass take a dancer to bring your new bitch around me.
Ooh.
Mm. But the question is,
Did you accept the friend request?
Hell no.
He said, hell no. Right. He said, how you send me a friend request? The bitch been blocked. That's a new profile.
You blocked. I mean, that's my philosophy in life. When I'm done with you, I'm done. Because
so Rodney, were you always like that, or was this a journey to get to this point in your life?
You know, honestly, I have more ways of my mom. My dad is a very forgiving spirit, very lovely man. He's a good man, but I'm mean. I'm nice when I wish you.
I'm mean. You know what I mean? He's mean.
And like I tell people, I have old school parents. My mom is 66 and my dad is 62. And my oldest sibling is 46. So like, I grew up in an old school type way. Like people my age, parents probably like 40 something, early 50s. My mama damn near 70. So like, the way I think is not the same way as somebody think who is my age. Did that make sense?
Mhm.
Because I'm just like, if we're done, we're done. What's going on? Like, why?
Is
Like,
we finished or is we done?
So if you are in a relationship with a person and you guys decide amicably, like there's no like cheating, there's no like unscrupulous going on, but it's just like you just determine that this just doesn't work out. Are you saying that when you're done with said person, you don't have any kind of relationship with them? It's like a wrap?
So I'm a Capricorn, and I
Oh
feel
my
like
girl.
I was about to
When
say,
we-
you got that auntie Henny spirit.
right.
I feel like when you are Capricorn, like no lie, we fight. Like we love you, we will fight for you. I mean, we will go have like nail on the cross type shit, Jesus. But once we're done, we're done. And when I say I'm done with you, I might, I can be going through the same shit for the millionth time, but the millionth time I'm done. Like I truly feel like I give my all to a person, and if you were that important in my life, where I feel like I need you in my life, I would have fought for you. And if I fought and I see where there's no way to return, why are we talking on the phone?
Are you that way, Kerel?
Come on now.
Yeah.
I'm not even look. She already given all the verbals, like all the visuals. So
Right,
there's
we
no
know
point in
what you're
asking
saying,
her. Right.
I'm one that I'm a benefit of the doubt person. I will literally give you the benefit of doubt probably a billion times. But in a way, I think I get it from my dad. There's going to get to a point where, like, once I'm done, like, because it's going to take a billion times probably for me. But when Kerel says he's done and moving the fuck on, there's no coming back probably. Like, I will probably still say hello to you in the streets and things like that. I'll be cordial just because I'm a nice human being, but you're not going to get any additional help and energy from me just because I gave you a billion. Like,
Are you friends with any of your exes? Because I think and the reason I'm asking is because there's a very strong distinction between, somebody that you dated even briefly, and it was horrible, right? Like it ended horribly, whatever. And then there's those ones you're just like, this just doesn't really work out.
Right.
But,
luckily, I haven't had one where it ended so badly where I was like, oh my God, like, no. So like, I would say exes, I'm cordial. Like, I'm not like sitting here texting you all day. But like, if I run across you, it'd be like, oh, hey, what's up? Life is good. I'm cool there. So like, I guess in that regard, that might be that empathy, sympathy that still kind of comes out. But again, like I will give and it's probably a flaw of mine. I will give people the benefit of the doubt, even if they're treating me wrong and things like that. And I know it. I know how to navigate around it and keep moving and pushing. Like, it's not going to hinder me. Like, I can tell you that. But once I get to a point, though, like I tell anybody this, I tell like Corey this, I tell everyone, I'm like, once I get to that point, though, there's no coming back because I purposely gave you a billion opportunities. I probably should have been gone round one.
But honestly,
what's your sign, Kerel? What's
Pisces,
your sign?
Pisces.
That's it.
Yep.
You know what? That's my best friend sign. So we supposed to be good friends.
Hey, what's up, boo?
Pisces.
Once Miss Rona's done, we'll grab some dinner and lunch and everything in the city.
I know.
As much as I agree with Rodney, I was gonna say I do tend to I don't have any bad blood with any of my exes. So like for me,
really?
I don't have any bad blood with any of my exes.
That is kind of a surprise.
That is a surprise.
And here's the only reason why.
I'm gonna have to go back to listen to some of our earlier episodes because I surely remember there have been some.
I have forgiven, I haven't forgotten. So you've heard them stories as if they were yesterday. Absolutely, but I ain't trying to fight them no more. Like that. That spirit is gone.
Over it, yeah, got you.
But here's the only reason why I was friends with my exes, because the Capricorn in me always has to figure out why I couldn't make it work or what was the issue? So I always try to look back at those situations, those relationships, to try to better myself. And that's just the kind of the Capricorn of me, always trying to be like, all right, how do I be better? How do I be, what do I look for so I never have to go through this again? So that's the only reason why, outside of my bestie Paul, you know, like that's the one ex that I'm actually friends with. The rest of them just, I keep running like, okay, cool, you know, like you actually taught me something. So as much as I want to be mad and be through with you, I also want to thank you because I did learn something from you after all. So.
But the one you said something that really struck out to me: dating and relationships are two different words. So dating, which mean old school in me, I could date 6 dudes and it's mean nothing. But when I'm in a relationship with you, like that mean I got to know you. That mean you beat the other people out. Like you was a sperm who fertilized the egg. So that mean you made it. So that mean I care about you. But when I'm dating someone and I feel like it's not going to work, and I feel like you better as a friend, yeah, I'll be your friend. But now if I'm in a relationship with your ass and I figure out you just a fuck person, I don't say it. A fuck person, that means I don't have nothing else. I don't have nothing for you. Because like a lot of people, I find it very interesting because I'm a relationship expert, Dr. Heavily. But I find it very interesting where people feel like you are obligated to be with someone, like just because they helped you out for X amount of years and you are now where you want to be, and now y'all just break up for whatever reason. You're not obligated to anyone. Just because somebody stood up by your side and helped you, don't mean you have to help them, because at the end of the day, they did that out the kindness of their heart. You get what I'm saying? So if I want to help you because you helped me, that's a thing, but I don't have to help you because you helped me. That's two different situations.
Yeah.
Well, that was a interesting question. Clearly, we said delete. So continue to send your questions to Ask Your Auntie. So AYA@minorityReport.com or DM us. It's a new year, so new situations. Obviously, COVID has kind of narrowed a lot of the situations and questions we get now. But any new questions you have, send them our way. We love them. And then now, before we go on, plug in your headphones again real quick. Because we were able to at least kind of keep most of the overlap separate.
Okay.
Ask Your Aunties.
I'm on 15%. So
let's try to make it to the end here.
Look, all we got to do is put 15, 20 more minutes. That's it.
That was a good question, though, Dawon.
I find these conversations kind of interesting. Like that question was thought-provoking in the sense of, you know, the immediate answer to that is one thing, but the subtext around, like, you know, how does one navigate the world of dating and transition out of that? You know, like, I'm a Leo, so I'm gonna give you 1,000% of everything that I got, right? And if you do me wrong, it's a wrap. Even just a little bit, it's a wrap. Like it's a wrap. There's no need for a conversation. You just won't. Ghost.
Yeah.
Ghosted. Whatever happened to him? Gone from your world. Like, got in my little Wizard of Oz, you know, bubble and floated away.
Come on, Glenda.
But however, you know, I've had, you know, I liken myself to a serial monogamist, right? And, you know, I'm hopefully in my last relationship. And so, you know, like, I'm friends with people that I've been in long-term relationships. Most of the people that I've been in long-term relationships with, we've been able to remain friends. But the context with which, you know, we broke up was never like,
heated and
it wasn't like, there was no like nothing broken. There was no
Right.
like we calling each other out each other's names or whatever. It was like civilized conversation. Like, this just isn't working. Yeah, I'm feeling that too. As much as I care about you, this is just not where we really need to be. And I think that would be in our best interest to, to go our separate ways. And, yeah, there's a little bit of separation to kind of independently work through that. But, like, we've been able to maintain a relationship. Now, do I call these people when I have problems and all that kind of, no, I don't do that because, I've got a partner that, that handles that,
Right.
But these are people that I'm able to have really great friendships with, platonic friendships with, without any kind of like,
Right. Baggage and
anything like that. So I just always find it interesting because I know people, that are, like when we're done, we're done.
Yeah.
And I just always find that fascinating because I'm like, damn.
It's like you spent all that time and energy.
You can see no piece of like, like no quality left over from this,
Right.
to like maintain it. So I always find it interesting to have that conversation.
Yeah. And I'm just not like a heated human being. Like, I don't call people out their name. Like, that's just not me. So like, I've never been in a relationship, whether it be like a relationship or even friendships, where like at the end of whatever it is that I'm calling out somebody's name. Like, why? Like, why am I spending that extra energy now doing that? I ain't gaining shit from that. And honestly, it would probably make me feel worse. And I would probably dwell on it more then, and then just be like, well, maybe I could give you another chance. No, I ain't doing all that. So
but not them Capricorns. They will call you everything except the child of God. Like cuss you all the way out the door. They throw a boot at you.
Right.
You better be glad I missed.